Let's talk about grades for this course. Okay, they're going to be a little different than what you typically are used to. And so I want to explain this to you, how it works, and how you can figure out more of a traditional score if you'd like that more. Okay, so when you come into the class, it'll look like this, and it'll look a little different each week because I'll keep adding weeks. Notice there's only week 0, week 1, finals week in your 9 Dimensions project, but there are 15 or 16 weeks in the semester, and so as the semester goes, more weeks will come popping up, but I don't want to overwhelm you at the beginning, so you can just see a few of the weeks. So how do we get to our grades for this course? When you're in the course, you see this little button here called Course Dashboard, and you can click this grade circle. It'll have a grade here once the semester gets going. So you can click that circle, and it'll pop you to your grade book. And your grade book has every detail of every ounce of your grade. Nothing's a secret. Everything you submit will have a grade attached to it, will have feedback with it if you missed any points. And so I don't want you to think that anything is a secret in this class. You, at all times, should know exactly where you stand in the course. So that's one way to get to it. Another way to get to it is if you hit Course Dashboard, you can actually click Grade Book itself to get to it. And when you click into the grade book, it'll separate out the categories of this class, right? So you see tests, final, projects, and activities. And if you look back at your syllabus has those exact same categories for where your grade comes from, right? 20% of your grade comes from tests, 20% from the final, 30% from projects. Now, what's different about this course is each category and each activity for this course is going to have a big fat 0 on it. And it's going to have a 0 on it because that means if you do nothing else the entire rest of the semester, this is your grade in the course. And so throughout the entire semester, you know where you stand. That if you do nothing else, this is your grade in the course. Okay? So each time you submit something, so those first couple of days, maybe you'll submit the successful student assignment. That is an activity. And if we look in the syllabus under activities, I explain and break down that there are about 30 activities, and activities are worth about 30% of your grade. Therefore, activities are worth about 1% of your grade. So if you submit your first, the successful student activity and you get 100% on it, then you will get a 1% in the class. And each time you submit something and I grade it, it will take me a couple of days to grade it. So after the due date passes, you should expect work to come back to you within a week. And once I've graded it, your grade will increase. So all semester, your grade will slowly increase. And some things are worth more, right? Activities are worth about 1% per activity, but you can see that projects are worth a lot more towards your grade, right? One project's worth 6% towards your total grade. So think about that when you're working on your assignments. So throughout the semester, your grade will slowly increase as you submit. So how do you figure out a traditional score? Because typically you think of your score as being like 100% or 80% or 75%. But for this course, for the first quarter of the semester, you're going to have like 5%, 11%. I don't want you to panic, all right? So that doesn't mean that you're failing the course. So each week, I will send out an announcement, okay? And you can find those announcements under this week 0 welcome. There is an announcements forum. And on this announcement, I will send it out to you also via email, but it's going to tell you what's happening this week, what's going on, if there were common things that were missed that I wanted to talk about with you, I'll share. And I will also include something called a perfect student score. And this is if you were the absolute perfect student and never missed a single point on anything ever. Now, let's be realistic with ourselves. No one is perfect, and so everyone will miss things from here from time to time, and there'll be some areas that you're really strong in and some areas you struggle in. And that's okay. That's part of learning and growing in school, okay? So on this weekly announcement, I'll give you a perfect student score. And this is if you got 100% on everything. And so if you know the perfect student score, it's very easy to calculate your score in the class, okay? So let's say that the perfect student score is a 15, okay? If the perfect student score is a 15 and you have a 12 in the class, so when you go into Moodle, right, if you go into Moodle gradebook, so we go into Moodle, you check your grade in Moodle, and right here it says 12%. So it says 12% right there. Then what you'll do is you'll take your score, the 12%, and divide it by the perfect student score had you scored 100% on everything. That's 15% at this moment. Now each week that number will change and you can find it in the announcements, okay? And so 12 divided by 15 gives you 80% in the class. So you know that you have an 80% in the class at this time. And so that way you can find out kind of where you're at if you like more of a traditional score rather than this building up all semester. Because I don't want you to see a 12 and be like, freaking out. But your grade, if you have a 12 in the class, if it shows a 12 right here, and you do nothing else the entire semester, you will have a 12 at the end of the semester. So each day you will know where you are and if you did nothing else. And as long as you're continuing to do work and do good work, your grade's going to keep going up and going up and going up all semester. So if you have questions about how the grades work, don't hesitate to ask. It's a little bit different, but I hope you like it. And I hope that each time you submit something and you get that little reward of your score going up, you appreciate it.